The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an all-new episode of the Totally Unnecessary Wrestling Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kevin Porter, and as always, I am joined with...
Cody James.
What it is, Cody. Welcome to the... What's up, dude? This is our first time testing some new equipment here on the podcast, man. We're recording via phone. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but let's hope it doesn't sound like shit.
We had a test run. I don't know if you pay attention to our feed, but we had a test run this past Friday with Timmy, and the quality is decent, dude. I mean, it sounds like a phone call, but at the same time, it's very clear, and you hear 101% of all of the audio, man, just in phone fashion.
Well, that's awesome. It doesn't sound like the phone over your mouth, so that's good.
So you don't cook the, don't hang up on me. Man, so yeah, man, we are here to report the week that was professional wrestling. I think again, it seems like we're pretty much in a fucking holding pattern, for the next week or so until we get this fucking Money in the Bank pay-per-view over with, Cody.
Yeah, let me read this little opening they have for, on the Bleacher Report for Raw, which I think lays it out pretty fucking clearly. And I quote, "Lazy and repetitive booking offset solid in-ring work from some of WWE Raw's most recognizable stars in the June 4th episode, just 13 days out from the hotly anticipated Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Disqualifications, injury angles, and a lack of anything remotely resembling a storyline advancement doomed the broadcast to mediocrity, save for the revelation Baron Corbin is now the official watchdog of Stephanie McMahon."
Yeah.
Because
what
people were
the fuck
clamoring to see that bullshit, right? People
what
were
the fuck
clamoring
is
for that, right?
Oh, dude, by the masses, of course they have. Everybody's like, Baron Corbin, where's Ben fucking Baron Corbin?
Yeah, let's have him come out there now and be some fucking watchdog for Stephanie McMahon so he can be a little bitch. Like, really?
We're gonna see a Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin SummerSlam main event, bro. I mean, it's already booked. They got the contract fucking drying on that shit. So you could drying on the contract on that shit, man. That's what they're going towards, man.
Look, was it just me or did they have way too many fucking tag team matches during Raw?
Yeah, it seemed like it. It seemed like, yeah, like you were saying, dude, there was a fucking bunch of bullshit disqualifications, man. So, I don't know, man. I thought it was a pretty fucking boring Raw, honestly. SmackDown apparently had its lowest rating in over a year at this point, so, yeah, it's definitely a holding pattern.
They deserved it. They absolutely deserved it.
They deserved it.
And, by the way, do you remember that video I sent you from Kevin Nash? Did you watch that?
I did watch it.
And you remember how he said, like, why would I fucking watch this? Every single one is so formulaic. They start the same. They progress the same. They end the same. The promos are scripted. Like, why would I watch this shit?
It's the same show every fucking, dude, it's the same fucking show.
I
know. Why do we watch it?
They just plug in different fucking people, and apparently they didn't realize that from the one, I believe it was the Go Home show for Elimination Chamber, where they had the gauntlet match. I mean, that just starts out with a fucking match. And that was one of their best rated ones in quite a while. And then a couple months later, they have one of their biggest fucking stink bombs they've ever released on the fucking public.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't know if Raw's getting boring like just the concept of Raw, or if Vince McMahon is getting old and tired and doesn't want to deal with it anymore, or if we're hiring all those fucking out of work soap opera fucking writers, or what it is. But 3 hours a week, try fucking 1 hour a week, and that's still pushing it.
Dude, 5 hours in when you include SmackDown, and then you throw on NXT, dude, that's 6. You watch main event Superstars, and that's 8 hours of programming just WWE right
no
there.
No one is watching Superstars.
I'd be interested to see their numbers, what the downloads are for that show.
Why do you think it's on the fucking network? There are no numbers.
There are no numbers. That we don't have to release these to the public.
Look,
yeah.
The Superstars bullshit is like a couple dark matches before maybe like fucking SmackDown or something.
Yeah, you might as well call them dark matches. You might as well. I don't know, man. I remember. Yeah.
Watching the Superstars matches makes my fucking my view on life to be pretty fucking grim and dark. So yeah, I'd call them dark matches too.
You know what I was thinking? Back in, like when we were kids and shit, like, wrestling was pretty limited, on TV. I mean, we probably got like maybe like 3 to 4 hours of wrestling a week on like cable or whatever, if we were lucky. And like I was thinking though, like, how cool would it be to actually be like a kid in today's generation with all this technology around you, and you're able just to like watch. I mean, I don't know, because I remember when I was a kid, I was obsessed with wrestling. I was obsessed with it. So
yeah,
the thought to be able just to watch like hours upon hours upon hours of professional wrestling, man, it's pretty stimulating, man.
But see, that is going to result in that exact opposite. Because you have all this fucking wrestling at your disposal, and after a while you're going to get, very quickly you're going to get burnt out. Whereas me and you, we probably watched it from, say, like for me, I watched it pretty much all the time from the age of maybe 4 to 11. Like I tried to watch everything.
Yeah. And
then when the Monday Night Wars were going on, I was going back and forth. And thankfully for me, it was on 25 and 28, so I could go back and forth with the remote. Or with.
No, I remember those channels. Yeah, 25 was USA, 28 was TNT. Yep.
But see, my point is that like when you had only an hour or two of each a week, it left you wanting
your whole
more.
week's not spent on professional wrestling. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I hear you, but I don't know. You're probably right, dude. I mean, but still, like, I don't know, dude. If I had the time just to, like, sit around and watch professional wrestling all day, I mean, it'd be very fucking tempting. But yeah, I mean, the burnout. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. If I'd have to like record a podcast and like do a bunch of work because of it, like, I don't know. I could find enjoyment maybe just sitting around watching professional wrestling all day, at least once or twice a week. So
now
it'd be pretty cool.
To continue about this little Raw results the Bleacher Report wrote up. For the first match, which was, if you remember, it was Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Elias and Jinder Mahal. They gave it a B minus, and their analysis
it was
is
the
intensity. I thought it was fucking. I didn't care for it. It was just something to take up time, to be honest.
Yeah, the whole show was just fucking, it was like treading water, but still, I mean, for the work rate, it was pretty fun.
They wrote for their analysis that the intensity was enough to elevate the segment a bit, but the creative bankruptcy, I like that, creative bankruptcy, was all too obvious. Fans knew exactly where the segment was heading the moment Mahal appeared, creating predictability, and all of that made it less satisfying. With that said, the predictability at least made sense within the context of the story told over the last week. Mahal was embarrassed and driven away from the ring a week ago, so he would naturally want to avenge the attack. Reigns returned and set his sights on his Money in the Bank opponent. I'm glad that they said Money in the Bank opponent rather than his Money in the Bank match, because frankly I do not want to see him win the Money in the Bank. And quite honestly, I don't want to see, let's see, let me pull up who's actually in this match. Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe. To be announced. There's seriously one more spot that's to be announced.
Is that the New Day spot? I think that they have to announce the member of the New Day that's going to be in the match. I think they're leaving that till the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite see that part. Well, anyways, the people that I would like to see, I mean, no one from the New Day is going to win, so we can cross them off.
That's my dark horse, dude. That's my dark horse for the match. Yeah. Is that whoever the member of the New Day is, that's my dark horse.
You say so, man. Kevin Owens, I think he's had way too many opportunities. I think the Rusev is just sort of treading water, and they're trying to kill him off, but not make it so obvious.
Oh, it's not so hard if Rusev won.
I think it'd be pretty cool if Rusev won.
I think it would be.
But, I mean, what was that?
I said I think it would be. I think it would be a lot of fun if Rusev could actually pull off the win.
Yeah, but I kind of think, you know, it sort of seems like they're kind of trying to kill him off. But perhaps I'm wrong.
It seems like it. That's what they are doing. They're succeeding. Rusev can overpower Vince McMahon in a arm wrestling match, dude. Rusev all the way.
The three I see winning this, both as who I hope wins it and who I think are likely from the company's perspective to be picked, are Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, and Bobby Roode.
I think some Braun Strowman is too predictable, so I don't really think that Braun Strowman's actually going to win it. I don't think he really needs it either. I definitely think that Samoa Joe could totally take it. Samoa Joe could totally take that briefcase. And Bobby Roode, that would just be kind of out of nowhere, but yeah, no, I could see that. I could see a Bobby Roode win.
Well, see, Bobby Roode winning could possibly be the start of his heel turn and also starting a new Four Horsemen. And no Four Horsemen is bullshit. A new Four Horsemen? Yeah.
Is that a rumor right now?
No, that's just something I think would be cool.
Oh, you just made that up. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool, man. I would like that. Yeah.
Like
put them
Bobby
together
Roode,
over the next like couple months.
Bobby Roode, maybe Finn Balor. Shinsuke Nakamura would be really interesting. And then who would be the fourth one? Who would I pick for the fourth one?
You gotta get like a big guy. A good muscle. Oh no, like a Bobby Lashley?
Fuck no. Braun Strowman, I can't really see doing it.
It'll be offensive as shit too because he's black. They may do it.
Braun Strowman, I can't really see fitting in.
Yeah, and he's like a Stone Cold.
What was that?
I said Braun Strowman's kind of like a Stone Cold, like, you know, he's on his own, dude. He doesn't need anybody else.
Well, yeah, and plus I couldn't really see him fitting in that sort of thing anyways.
Right.
The only other guy with, like, big muscle would be Roman Reigns. And I don't think that would work either. Maybe Samoa Joe, even though he's not very muscular, he's kind of, like, stocky.
That'd be a fun group, dude. I mean, if you put them all together. But, like, I don't know. I like what Samoa Joe's been doing, man. Like, Samoa Joe on his own. Same with Shinsuke, dude. Those two just on their own, bro. That's fucking money.
Yeah. Shinsuke has been doing pretty good.
Dude, that contract signing on Tuesday, that was so good, dude, with the slap at the end with the pen, dude. Oh, my gosh, dude. I popped hard for that.
I'll have to go back and watch that on Hulu.
Dude, definitely. I think that's probably the only thing I'd say to go back and watch from SmackDown.
From SmackDown.
It's the only
contract signings are pretty much predictable because they've been doing the same fucking thing for the contract signings since like what?
Well, actually, this one was actually a little bit different. They did it backstage, so it was like Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior from back at like WrestleMania 6. So like they had Paige sitting, you know, like it was an actual like backstage vignette, and it's pretty cool.
Huh? I'll have to go back and watch that.
Yeah. No, dude,
Yeah,
and then
I think that would be a cool group.
it'd be a fun crew. It'd be a fun crew to watch. You know, definitely roll and bring down Rampage on the WWE, man. Whether it be Raw and SmackDown. Maybe let them cross brands, bro. Let them cross brands.
Yeah, it'll be like the Four Horsemen. You know, they can just be the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. They can do what they want. They go between brands when they want.
Right. You know what's written? I think it's a really good group that they got going right now, dude.
One thing I'd like to point out real quick is I don't want them to be free agents like fucking Cena because that's boring.
You want to keep them on one show?
Or you have them on SmackDown, but they do what they fucking want and they go on the other show and they're like, fuck you guys, and they like ransack the fucking locker room or they come interrupt important matches on Raw and, you know, shit like that. That'd be cool.
Oh man, I could totally dig that. Now what I was gonna say, dude, is the group that I've been totally into, that's actually like is a formed group is the Undisputed Era down there in NXT, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Red Dragon. Dude, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, bro. If you haven't been watching NXT, dude, I highly suggest going out of your way to like check out their promos and check out, you know, their matches obviously because they're awesome. But it's like basically kind of like a Ring of Honor, you know, takeover because they were all like real mainstays over there in Ring of Honor for so long, and now they're in NXT, you know, WWE in NXT and whatnot.
Up to the big leagues.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but they're killing it though, dude. Adam Cole, you know, he won that North American title, and
Cool.
Yeah, Adam Cole's fucking badass, dude. And then Eric Young, or not Eric Young, but Roderick Strong as tag champs with I think was it Kyle O'Reilly because Bobby Fish's leg is broken, but Bobby Fish is still on TV, so they're still able to utilize him. So it's like kind of like you say like a modern day Four Horsemen like already, you know, between those guys. But I don't know, they're pretty. Yeah, I follow them on like Instagram and Twitter and shit, so I always see what they post and stuff. And yeah, dude, that's like I would go out of my way to buy one of their shirts and shit. You know, definitely support them.
Awesome. I think that Adam Cole's money. I think he's probably got a career pretty soon in the main roster.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, man.
What do you think? What do you think of Aleister Black?
I like him. I mean, his matches are fun, dude. That match against Velveteen Dream, that was badass, dude. The one that I think was
money too.
Velveteen Dream's pretty good, man. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think so. Another name that's coming up to the main roster here in the next couple of weeks is Leo Rush. Have you heard of him? He's just coming off the independent wrestling scene. He got signed to WWE like last year or something. It was like within the last year, so a year or two. And he, it was within the last year because I saw him right before he got signed to WWE. It was a couple of months beforehand because I went to that Defy show in Seattle and he wrestled Shane Strickland. And Shane Strickland is like the man right now in the independent scene. And he after it was right before intermission and shit, dude. So like they wrestled their match, and immediately basically he was down at his merch stand, dude. So like we were walking outside to go smoke weed, and I walked past him, dude. I just shook his fucking hand. I'm like, fucking great match, man, because it was definitely a match of the night, and you know, so it was badass being able to fucking meet him in person and shit. Now they just announced that he's moving up to 205 Live in the next couple weeks, so he's going to be part of the cruiserweight division.
Huh.
Pretty badass. I don't know. Yeah.
I think Aleister Black is cool, but I think maybe he needs to work on having a personality a little bit more.
Think so?
But I like his kind of dark, brooding gimmick and stuff, and it might be kind of hard to have much of a personality and keep that dark brooding gimmick going.
He's basically a Satanist.
He's basically a what?
A Satanist.
Well, yeah, that's why his first name is Alistair.
Yeah, Alistair Black. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he's cool, dude. I like him. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, I really like Velveteen Dream. I think he's got a really interesting sort of look, and the gimmick is really cool. It's kind of like a more modern Goldust, sort of in that realm, but in a Prince sort of way.
Yeah. I like how he does the whole his gear that he wears and stuff. How he does the paintbrush. He does like the special ones in the takeovers and stuff. And it's like all like Rick Rude or whatever. I think that's pretty fun. I like that as a throwback. Yeah, no, I think he definitely did. If he gets, my concern is though with all these guys, man, just like, and I mean, I guess it comes down to more of just, I don't know if it's more of like the talent just can't get over, or if it's just WWE holding them back, but like, you get worried about these awesome characters that are in NXT, and then, eventually when they move up, I mean, Authors of Pain was pretty badass, but where the fuck have they been,
Who is?
What?
Who's really badass?
Authors of Pain?
Yeah, they came over and, like, I knew the second they dropped the manager, I knew they were going down the toilet. Because what sets them apart from any of the other fucking tag teams?
I mean, they're bigger and shit. I mean, like on Raw at least, there's not really another big team.
Who gives a shit? There's been lots of big guys in wrestling. What sets them apart?
Yeah, but I mean the current roster, based on like other wrestlers on the current roster, that sets them apart.
Okay, but versus other tag teams.
But are you comparing them against like all-time tag teams?
Well, no. I mean, currently we have do we have any tag teams that have a manager?
No, we don't. Well, no, none that are coming like right to my mind.
Like, I don't think we have any that have a manager or like anything really interesting going on. And I guess for a while you could say, well, New Day does, but I mean that whole gimmick is sort of getting old.
Yeah, they're getting broken up, or they're going their separate ways here over the summer.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, dude. Dark Horse to win Money in the Bank, bro. Dark Horse to win Money in the Bank right there. One of them wins, dude. They just decide, it's not like a heel turn or anything. They just, decide to separate their powers, or like Kofi and Xavier can be a tag team, or whoever the fuck wins it. I don't know. It's like Kofi is like, you kind of want to see Kofi win it just for like, because he's been there so long, It's just like you want to see him achieve that dream of winning the world championship. It's kind of like a Rob Van Dam in a sense, but I wouldn't say Kofi Kingston was ever as popular as Rob Van Dam, but that essence of like they haven't won the big one, which I don't think I've ever thought of Kofi Kingston as a main event player, but man, I remember back in 2009 when he wrestled Randy Orton at freaking at Madison Square Garden. I think that was in 2009. Yeah. But like, yeah, that dude, I don't know, man, like when they kind of gave him a semi-push, I was behind him, dude. So I would definitely be interested in that.
Maybe he can get thrown into the lake of reincarnation and bring back his consequences gimmick.
Oh gosh, for Xavier.
Yeah, for Xavier.
Go back to TNA.
I'm surprised they got away with that. Did they get sued over that or some shit?
Over what? The Consequences
over the
Creed?
Consequences Creed gimmick.
Like, did TNA get sued over that?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he just ended up leaving. Yeah, I don't think they got sued. But I remember back in the day, man, watching those, dude, like fucking TNA in like 2005, 6, 7, 8, up to, 9, 10 was, dude, that was good TV, man. Good, solid professional wrestling right there.
Man, I wish I could have seen it when they were doing like fucking what was it called? The Joker Sting stuff and
Yeah.
and,
No, that was my prime time of watching TNA was during those years, the Hogan years. That's when I had cable finally. It was like 2010. It was fun. I mean, I didn't watch it every week, but like when I did watch it, I was generally entertained with the show every time I watched.
yeah. Now
Yeah.
the only thing that I really cared for on Raw was Baron Corbin ruining Kurt Hawkins' search for win number 1.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah. Okay, I like Kurt Hawkins, man. I think he needs to. I think they just need to write this thing out and keep letting him lose, man. Build those numbers, pump those numbers up. Come on, Kurt.
Yeah, let's get it to 300, man.
Yeah, right.
Bleacher Report, great. Gave it a C, and I kind of see why. I mean, I was kind of hoping that the local guy that was, was supposed to be a squash match, because you expect it to be, a typical local guy squash match type of thing. I think it would have been great to fucking swerve the crowd and have the guy win.
Yeah, I guess that guy was from Booker T's wrestling school.
Well, I think
The guy
Booker T
that
needs to give him back his money.
Oh, that's funny. That's pretty funny.
And what do you think of this Natalia?
son.
What do you think of this Natalia and Nia Jax match?
Oh, man.
Natalia got hurt.
I heard it was a course correction on the week prior, because apparently the week prior, because they kind of like teased the heel turn, it seemed like, with Nia Jax. And apparently what they're trying to do is they're trying to tell a face versus face storyline. So this is supposed to be like a correction in a sense to show that they're both, they're both Natalia's friends or whatever. And Nia Jax is a good, she's fucking nice and shit. And, like they both are friends. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think it was the best that they've done, but I mean, I thought last week was a little bit better, but.
It is what it is. I think it was a fucking giant stink fest.
That's a good analysis.
Did anyone buy the fucking buy the supposed injury that Natalia had?
A bunch of 8-year-olds did.
Who gives a shit about the 8-year-olds? They don't believe in anything.
They're not paying their money.
Besides that, let me mention something real quick. There'd be more 8-year-olds in the audience watching if the 8-year-olds saw their older brothers watching this shit and thought it was cool. If the older brothers think it's cool, the 8-year-olds are going to watch it anyways.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So
I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying.
Why are they pandering to a bunch of 8-year-olds and people with below 75 IQ points when what you should be kind of pushing towards is getting the 15-year-olds to maybe like the 30-somethings or late 20s at least, like that demographic. Because if you go for that demographic and they think it's cool, then the younger brothers and everything, they're 8 and 10, are going to think it's cool too. Because when you're young and you see your younger brother like something cool, then you're going to think it's cool too.
What about all the only children, though? What about those kids?
All the what?
All the only children.
Well, I guess they better join those Big Brother, Little Brother programs, whatever the fuck they're called.
How'd you get into wrestling? Well, I was in the Little Brother program. Yeah, dude, I can't wait for fucking Money in the Bank just to get over with, man. We are down to almost a week away. I'm excited. You got Takeover on Saturday. Yeah, I'm excited to see what we're gonna set up for SummerSlam because usually because they're treating Money in the Bank as like one of those top 5 pay-per-views. It's up there now because now they got the Takeover. They're doing the whole 4-day thing in Chicago with Takeover, Money in the Bank, Raw and Smackdown tapings and whatever.
I'll probably watching Takeover and probably wishing Money in the Bank was as good as that.
Dude, I know. Takeover's always a better show, dude.
Now, I'm looking through these matches, and I'm just like, who the fuck booked this shit? Like, just in general, the matches are just like, who the fuck booked this?
Dude, it's gonna be a 4-hour pay-per-view, dude. It's gonna fucking be so long.
No, not the pay-per-view. I mean, I'm looking at the matches for Raw. Who the fuck booked this garbage?
Vince's retarded nephew.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I mean, both of these guys are good, but who the fuck wanted to see Braun Strowman and Bobby Roode face each other?
I didn't necessarily, but I mean, I guess it's to kind of progress the storyline because, like, you know, didn't Bobby got his ass kicked? Didn't he get like a little pissed off at the end? I don't know. Like, it seems like they keep teasing that heel turn. So, I mean, there's some enjoyment in that, I guess, watching that.
Well, their analysis, Bleacher Reports for the Braun Strowman match was basically how Strowman has not obliterated Brock Lesnar and taken the Universal Championship is a question only WWE's crack creative staff can answer. The big man has been spectacular in recent weeks. Recent weeks has been spectacular like the past 2 years. They've been asleep or something. And this was no different. What was alarming was just how poorly Rude came off. He was as squashed as someone his stature could possibly be. Other than ducking out of the way and grabbing the ladder, his contributions were as a tackling dummy. Not exactly the role he likely expected to be thrown into.
Future Universal Champion right there, man. Tackling dummy, that's a funny one.
But yeah, I can't really disagree with him there.
No, man, I would definitely feel that's a good sentiment, and you know, yeah, for sure. Bleacher Report's on their ball, man. I mean, fuck, I think we just need to, you know, yeah, they know what they're talking about.
Maybe I need to get on their writing staff.
Yeah, they need to hire you, Cody. You need to put it in an application. Be like, hey, man. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I have to watch this crap on a fucking, like, just focus on this crap, and the majority of the time when it's on, I'll fucking do something else while, like, 50% of the fucking Raw shit is just completely boring. Now,
you don't even have to watch all their good shit's on YouTube anyway. Like, any of the good stuff, or perceived good stuff, is going to be on YouTube anyway. So it's like the point of watching it live is like, unless you're doing a play-by-play, like, analysis of the show, it's pointless. You're wasting your time. You're really wasting your time because nothing's going to happen.
Now, I have a question for you. What did you I don't know if you watched or not, but what did you think of the tag team #1 contenders match for the tag team title at Money in the Bank?
Oh man, that was a clusterfuck, dude. That was a clusterfuck.
It was a clusterfuck.
You see that shit at the beginning with fucking JoJo trying to give her an introduction, and Apollo Crews is all like freaking laughing his ass off. Like, I don't know, man.
Like, it was almost like no one took anything seriously, and like, JoJo's trying to, you know, announce the match and tell us how it goes because we've never seen a battle royale before. And they're not really sure if she's fighting or standing there, so they just kind of do this weird sort of like mixture of both.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about mostly is the result, the winner, because we basically have Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, and basically Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt are brothers, so that should be kind of interesting. Though I believe we've mentioned it, that I was hoping that they would join Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt as sort of like a, you know, like a stable or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with the match. The one thing that I was kind of questioning is, like, you're trying to build up, obviously, like, because obviously, you know, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel aren't going to win the tag titles at Money in the Bank. I mean, we know Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt are going to retain the titles. So you see in the background who they've been building up is, you know, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, which honestly, I'm pretty intrigued with that pairing. Like, I'm, very, definitely wait and see approach with these guys, and just, it's looking good. But then, like, they pull up Monday, you're like, who the fuck is writing this shit? And like, look what they did. They booked Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler in that match, so just get booted the fuck out. It looks like fucking dipshits. It's like, what are you doing? This is fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's basically letting the air out of their cells. But I think that the one thing they need to do is they need just completely new music, not this hodgepodge of the two different types or starting.
Oh, I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Like, if they're going to be a tag team, you want them to be taken as a serious tag team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of just two schmucks you threw together. Then you need to have their music, something new. And I think this kind of is true of Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. I mean, if we're supposed to take them seriously as a tag team, then they need their own music as a tag team.
All I gotta say, man, it's just I'm a little disappointed with the momentum that's been lost from that whole scenario. I mean, like, they basically have been running this storyline since fucking January, and here we are all the way at the beginning of June, and it's like, really, what have we accomplished in terms, like, of building Bray Wyatt back up or building Matt Hardy up? It's just,
I think the problem is that the creative staff is a bunch of fucking marks, and they've spent all their time jacking off to pictures that they found on the internet of Paige taking blowjobs and shit to the face and sperm loads to the face, and they have them all over the wall, and all they do all day is just jack off and go, oh, wait, we're supposed to be writing a fucking script for Raw and SmackDown for 2 weeks so that we can have something to kind of form together that maybe sort of kind of almost possibly, if you have a brain injury, makes sense. I think that's their fucking problem.
Hey, man, that's a pretty good day, though, sitting around jacking off the Paige fucking porn. That's awesome.
Well, hey, if they want, I can link them to the video compilation of like every video that got leaked, like 30 minutes long. 30 minutes long.
You throw in a little bit of Charlotte's nude photos. I mean, you got yourself a damn good time there, Cody. Damn good time.
Oh, I guess so, but I really don't get how she gets a job back, but China can't even get into the fucking Hall of Fame because my kids might look her up and find her porno video that she did for Vivid versus Paige, who got fucked in some shitty hotel room and got leaked all over the internet. At least Vivid's a fucking legit company. I believe it got released through Vivid. I don't know who got released.
Yeah, I think it was one of the major porn companies. I think Vivid is. Yeah.
Yeah, and is the same standard going to be upheld against Sunny?
Well, Sunny's already in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, so she waited until she got in the Hall of Fame before she did her porn.
She went in I don't know, like 5 years ago or something.
Well, I know for sure she's been doing the cam bullshit for over 5 years, so what the fuck?
Sunny's a mess, dude. I mean, apparently you can find her on one of those cam sites, and you can pay her money and basically spend you could Skype with her, and you pay her money. You can imagine.
I have better things to do with my $5, like throw it in the fucking garbage.
Oh, dude, it's probably like $50 or $100 or something. I'm sure it's not. I mean, you're probably paying a decent amount out of pocket for that.
Fuck that. Now this is great. I think this might be the lowest rated segment for this Raw on the Bleacher Report. They gave this one a D. Which segment?
Which one? The Battle Royal?
No, which segment do you think it is? We haven't discussed this one yet.
Let me think. I don't know, man. I'm drawing a blank. Drop it.
Bobby Trashley and Sami Zayn.
Oh, God.
Give it a fucking D.
You have to admire Sami Zayn's effort in the situation, because, I mean, he's been giving garbage, and he's taking the garbage, and at least he's making it into somewhat better garbage,
Bobby Trashley. That's even worse than garbage. That's garbage juice.
He's got, it's like the garbage has been sitting around for about 2 weeks, then you tap it, you get some of the juice that's been on the bottom. That's Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, it's been raining a couple times. The rain has gotten all this fucking nasty soup crap and all the other liquids that were in all that garbage pooling and coagulating at the bottom of the dumpster.
A little bit of molds in there.
Yeah, a little bit of mold. The fucking smell reeks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, dude. I love Sami Zayn, dude, and I'm just waiting for Money in the Bank. Let's get this feud over with. It's definitely aiming towards top of the contenders for worst feud of the year. That's for sure.
I don't see this. They're putting something behind it, so I see this going for maybe 2-3 pay-per-views.
You think so?
Yeah. Do you think they're just gonna have a one done?
Yeah, I think Bobby Lashley's I think Sami Zayn's gonna get jobbed out, and I think it's gonna be a free. I mean, Sami Zayn would have to somewhat win there. I'm not expecting that.
Yeah, that was a garbage match. Another garbage fucking match was Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, and Ember Moon versus Riot Squad. First off, since when has it been okay for just some rando to come running from the back to fucking take someone's spot because they got quote unquote injured? The ref does nothing, and they're the ones that win the match. Which apparently Kurt Angle because of Baron Corbin's fucking brown nosing or whatever the fuck.
Dude,
had to reverse the decision or something.
Dude, Kurt Angle would have turned a blind eye, dude. Would have been no problem.
Well, yeah, I think he turned a blind eye to it, but how do they rate this a B? This match was fucking, it was retarded.
You know what's funny? I'd laugh more at like how Sasha Banks and all them were like actually like legitimately thinking that was a clean win. They're like, oh, Bayley, thank you for helping. Da, da, da. Like they teased a hug, and then when they overturned it, then they're like, oh, fuck you, Bayley. It's like, fuck off, dude. That shit sucks.
That was lame.
That was fucking hell. That was lame.
It was awful. I don't
That's
even get
so
how I got
shitty.
a C. That was a C- at best.
Oh, that was a fucking dumpster dive, bro. Light that shit on fire. Bayley's garbage. I've been saying it for a long time. I've never liked Bayley, really. I've never really liked her. I don't know. I've always said, I don't know. I don't like Bayley. Nah, fuck her. Sasha Banks is better.
And then you had Baylor and Owens. I didn't even, by this point, I had checked out.
It was like third DQ of the night, dude.
At this point, I had checked out, so I really didn't pay attention, but I guess it's a decent pairing. It's a lot better than most of the other shit that was on the fucking card. But
we've seen Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens put on good matches before. There's nothing wrong with the pairing, but it's like, yeah, you go 18 minutes for a fucking DQ. It's after like 3 fucking hours. You're gonna make me sit here for 3 fucking hours, WWE. And guess what? At the very end of a fucking pretty decent fucking match, we're gonna call shenanigans and DQ the motherfucker for repeated kicks? Fuck you, WWE.
Well, a count out is a cop out in most situations. This works. Bullshit. A count out is a bullshit fucking. Like when you have
it's
them,
like they spent all weekend taking off, dude.
Like I could see if this is a match, like on a Go Home Raw, leading up to them two, only them two, having a feud.
Oh wait, it was Finn Balor.
Finn Balor and Kevin Owens having a feud.
I thought it was Seth Rollins. But
Roman Reigns against.
But we've seen Finn Balor and Kevin Owens in matches, back in NXT and shit. So that's a good pairing. Whether it be Seth or Finn, dude, that's a great pairing.
And it's an all right pairing with Balor and Owens, but were there really tons of people out there that wanted to see this?
I have no problem seeing it, man, but again, dude, it's just like 3 disqualifications. I sat here for 3 fucking hours, WWE. Come on. come on, man. Like, and I get it. Like, it's, you know, they got to get from one week to the next, and you know, like, I don't know why we're bitching so much, because I remember right after WrestleMania, we were like, oh, fucking fatigue and shit, you know, like, needed a little break, but I don't know. They suck at building it week to week like they have been.
Well, hold on. The Bleacher Report says the result was that Balor defeated Owens by disqualification, but in the analysis it says while it counted as a cop-out in most situations, this worked. What?
Well, he counted it one. He probably counted 5 on him. He's like, because he had him in the corner, right? He was like kicking him in the corner, and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's it. DQ. And, you know, they called him DQ and shit.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's the only count scenario. Unless, yeah, it's offside. I'm pretty sure.
Writing.
Well, it's like they gotta get from one, you know, week to the next and shit. And I guess that's what I was trying to say was, with you know, so many weeks in between the pay-per-views, it's, you know, we knew there was going to be some downtime in between storylines and stuff, and like I get it, it's all right, I suppose, but
so what
it's tough to spend 3 hours watching that and consuming all the information on that, dude. It's just, you know, it's tough.
So are the options to have fucking pay-per-views every 3 weeks and not have downtime? But we're having way too many fucking pay-per-views, and the pay-per-views don't really fucking make sense or matter or anything.
I just think...
Or they have longer time between pay-per-views, but have lots of downtime because the creative team is too busy jacking off the fucking page.
Oh, man. I don't know. Wrestling's a crazy world, man. It is a crazy fucking world, and the fact that we still watch it and pay attention to it amazes me in this day and age, bro. In this day and age, what the fuck are we doing?
So we haven't moved on to fucking, you know, NXT and Impact or fucking Ring of Honor or hell, even fucking Arts and Crafts and
Arts and Crafts would be way more interesting than WWE Raw.
Yeah, seriously.
100%, dude. 100%.
The summary or whatever for SmackDown from the Bleacher Report reads as such. The Money in the Bank hype train churned along on Tuesday's WWE SmackDown. I didn't even watch it, so I'm just gonna take their word for it.
I'm gonna take their word for it. No, I definitely understand. You definitely just wanna. I mean, SmackDown, you know, again, they had their lowest rating in over a year, but at the same time, I mean, it's still, you got AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe. Where's Jeff Hardy been? Was Jeff Hardy even on TV this week?
I don't know. I didn't even watch, so. But I mean,
I don't know, man.
Before the first Superstar shakeup, SmackDown was beating Raw. Now, a year or so later, SmackDown has like its lowest rating or some shit.
Yeah.
Blue Brand zeroed in on the pay-per-view. Not every segment may have been a hit, but it had a clear purpose related to the event, which is a lot more than you could say about Raw. Raw was a fucking dumpster fire. AJ and Shinsuke signed the contracts for their WWE Championship. Asuka took on 2 foes to warm up for SmackDown Women's Championship bout. Now, I
hope Asuka just takes it. Just give her a fucking belt. I'm done with Carmella.
I think it's against Carmella. Yeah, she's the one that has the belt right now.
No, I said I'm done with Carmella. I just give it to Asuka.
Well, that would be stupid. Like, why would you have her lose at Mania just to have her win her next?
Yeah, I know. I know. Dude, I'm very well aware of that. Very well aware of that. I just don't care about Carmella, dude. I'm just like, I'm done with Carmella, so I'm just like, all right, let's go ahead. Let's pull the trigger, guys. Let's get that Asuka Charlotte rematch at SummerSlam.
Well, I mean, I thought it was great at first, but I mean, if she's going, there's a difference between being a heel and being annoying. And some people I've talked to have said that no, she's not really a heel. She's just fucking annoying.
Well, it's just like I can put up with her. Like, it's not necessarily that like her promos suck or anything. It's just like I don't know. I was pretty let down with her match at at Backlash, and I was just like, all right, well, she's not really shown improvement. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little too overcritical of her, but I don't know, man. Like, why waste time on her? I mean, she had her moment. Let her go, and let's get some new blood up there.
Well, why does SmackDown start the same exact day as fucking Raw?
It was a talking segment.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was Carmella that opened it up this week. Yeah, that's right.
Like, why do they both start the same? They have the same fucking formula. It's like, aren't you supposed to be two different brands, supposedly?
Yeah. There's no point of watching professional wrestling. I mean, you can easily pick this shit up on YouTube, bro. Like, anybody that, again, has to sit there for all 5 hours of Monday and Tuesday is just like, I feel for you, man, you know. Brothers in the trenches.
You can just watch the best of bits on the WWE YouTube channel.
Exactly. And if anything actually big happens, you're going to hear about it.
Carmella opened the show by claiming Asuka isn't who we think she is. Oh, really? Who is she then?
Fake. She's a fake, Cuddy. That's what she is.
Well, aren't they all fake? I mean, none of them are. I mean, all of this is, you know, even their promos were scripted. At least back in the day, you could say, well, you know, there was some realness to, you know, Macho Man and his promos and his feuds with Hulk Hogan and so on.
So on and so
forth.
forth.
About any of this bullshit. Like we know that they go out and fucking yuck it up for that stupid fucking Divas whatever show. And by the way, why is it the Women's Revolution, but that show is still called Total Divas?
Oh no! Well, I think it's because it's owned by E. If it was a WWE TV show, then it would be Total Women, you know. But no, it's yeah, no, that's not it. I don't even think they don't really control that for the most part. I assume they have some control, but like in terms of editing and branding of it, I think that's all E.
And now they have Total Bellas, and none of them even work for the WWE anymore.
I was trying to get Jessica. I was telling Jessica, I was like, you need to come on and do a segment where we review like Total Bellas. Like me and her will watch it and like record like a separate segment and like add it on to the show and shit. But she hasn't watched it. I don't think she really wants to. So I'm like, I'm not.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
Yeah, blame her. Oh no. I'm a sucker sometimes. Like sometimes it's a guilty pleasure to watch that shit, but you know, sometimes you can only watch it for so long before you want to pull your fucking hair out. But every once in a while, a good reality show can be fun. As long as you avoid commercials. I fucking hate commercials.
Yeah, commercials are bullshit.
Yeah. So
Harper versus Carl Anderson. May I ask you something?
Yes.
We got tag teams where we can't come up with fucking original music for the tag team, so instead we take both of their singles music and fucking chop it up and call it good. And then we got tag teams that are legitimate actual fucking tag teams. And what do we do with them? Oh, we split them up and have them have singles fucking matches. Who the fuck wants to watch a goddamn singles match with two guys from tag teams and have legitimate tag team music and are legitimate fucking tag teams?
No, I see where you're coming from, man. But I mean, at the same time, when you break it down, I mean, that's kind of how you typically build a tag team. You know, title feud. You know, you trade. You can. It's a kind of lazy way of doing it. But you just, you know, you pair them off 1 week, these two guys fight, and then the next week the next two guys fight, and you just trade the wins, and then boom, you're at the fucking pay-per-view, and whoever wins, I guess. But, yeah, no, I see what you mean, though. I mean, they got all those shit tag teams on Raw, and then you actually, yeah, no, it's an oxymoron, dude.
It's fucking self-defeating. I mean, like
it's horrible, you know. Yeah, the logic's pretty stupid.
Like, it's fucking dumb. You never see that shit in the fucking late 80s and early 90s. Like, never.
Yeah. When times were a lot simpler. Times were simple. You had a good guy and a bad guy. I don't know, man. I like Carl Anderson. I like Luke Harper. You know, I like them both. You know, Eric Rowan. You know, Luke Gallows here. Those are my guys, man. I like them. So, I mean, seeing them all pair up, I mean, it's fun.
I do too, but when you take tag teams who base their style on being a tag team, and then you split them up, you expose them. You expose the single people in the tag
I'm pretty sure the
team.
match is pretty short. I'm pretty sure the match was pretty short. It ended up in a small package or something, like a roll up. It ended pretty quickly.
And then you have Anderson winning via pinfall. Again, why are you building up this fucking monster fucking tag team, and then you're having them lose in a singles match?
Well, you got to build up the other team a little bit. You can't. The other team just can't get their ass beat the whole time. They got to at least have somewhat of a competitive advantage. I mean, they're probably not going to win the tag titles on Money in the Bank anyway. So that'd be cool if they did, dude. I like Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, dude. Bullet Club, bro, for life.
I get that, but if you expose the single people in the tag teams as having weaknesses, or maybe not even being that good at all, because
I don't know, man. Carl Anderson, he's a good wrestler, dude. I full-heartedly believe in Carl Anderson.
Well, if they were such good wrestlers, and this match wouldn't have gotten a C-, and Saxton wouldn't have uttered this whole retardation, they have effectively served as a black cloud over the tag team division.
That's a fucking cringeworthy line.
Well, it was listed as a memorable moment and quote from the match.
Wow. Oh man, I don't know. Like I said, I stand by Carl Anderson. Glad he got the win. Looking forward to the match of Money in the Bank.
Well, I think the match will be good, but again, why are you building up tag teams by exposing them and having the fucking one that's supposed to be dominant lose in a singles match? Like, how about this? How about you don't have them face each other at all?
Well, how are you supposed to effectively build the pay-per-view matches then? What are you supposed to do for 4 or 5 weeks?
By having Gallows and Anderson face other tag teams, and
I see what you mean. Yeah, that's a good point.
And the Bludgeon Brothers come out and they fuck them over or something. They lose either by disqualification because they just come in the ring and destroy them, or they serve as a distraction.
Right.
And you have a match on the go home or whatever, or you don't even have a match, but you have like some altercation between them, and they just beat the shit out of each other, and like, wow, I really want to see this, because you see how awesome they were when they were fucking just destroying each other after this happened and that happened and these things happened, and they got screwed out of this and that and the other. So now I want to see them finally get in the ring together and have an actual match.
No, I get that. Now you're correct in your objection of their the way they booked the match on Tuesday.
Jimmy Uso and Naomi versus Lana and Aiden English.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why wasn't Rusev and Lana together? Why is Rusev acting as a manager?
Because Rusev is on the other brand.
Well, no, they're all on the same brand. They're all on SmackDown.
Isn't Rusev on Raw?
No, dude, Rusev and Aiden English are on SmackDown. Same as Lana, dude. They're all on SmackDown. Silence. Yo, you're looking it up.
Why the fuck was this match Lana and Aiden English? Has Rusev gotten into getting cucked after The Rock fucking clown on his ass a couple years ago, or what? The fuck is this?
Yeah. I know, man. I mean, Lana sucks balls in the ring, dude, but I wouldn't mind seeing both Lana and Rusev take those Money in the Bank cases. Build them up, Vince. Build them up.
Memorable moment and our quote. This is the Moneymaker Oos. English after Uso chopped him in the throat. Oh my lord.
What was it again? It's I don't know, man. The commentary English so bad.
English said after Jimmy Uso chopped him in the throat. This is the Moneymaker Oos.
That's stupid. That's so stupid.
That is just fucking awful.
Yeah, the commentary is really bad.
Nakamura. contract signing.
Like I said, I liked it. I thought this was the segment of the night. I mean, I thought this was the only good thing to even, like, go out of your way for. You know, I don't know, like, you know, we've been having these shitty fucking, I mean, a lot of people are probably, you know, pan this whole entire feud, but, I mean, outside of the shitty endings on the actual matches, I mean, I like the pairing, so, you know, I'm just hoping Shinsuke, you know, wins the title this time, and we see him as world champion at Money in the Bank.
They graded this a C+. So
This
was really as bad as a weird fucking pairing between Jimmy Uso and Naomi and Lana and England English, where the fucking tags feel forced and you have to switch out and stupid shit like that. It was really as bad as that.
Yeah, I don't like mixed matches anyway. Really,
they did give it the prop of the best part of this segment is that it was backstage and felt more official than other contract signings. But you rated a C+.
Yeah, I like that though. I thought that's what added to the whole fucking thing. Kind of made it special, you know? Made it special.
Yeah. There was a unique vibe, and the segment didn't overstay its welcome. So then why did you rate it a C+? Oh,
hey man, it's the plus. It's the plus that makes the difference, dude.
But it was a C. I figured they were gonna give like at least a B.
A B minus, maybe. I don't know.
They gave Total Feces on Raw a fucking B minus. And this one only get a C plus. They said the tension was not great though. They didn't quite feel like rivals who have been at each other's throats for the past 2 months.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They just need to beat the shit out of each other, dude. I'm ready for the match on at the actual pay-per-view.
I'm not ready for the match. I'm ready for an actual fucking finish. How about that?
Well, hopefully that's what we get.
If they do another bullshit finish, like
we're done.
With
we're canceling this podcast. If they do another bullshit finish, the podcast is canceled, dude. We're no longer doing it, dude. Because I'm gonna stop watching professional wrestling at that point.
I don't blame you. I'll be done with the feud. I know that for sure.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh man. So what was after that?
But they gave Flair and Lynch's match a B. Like,
well, that was better. Well, Becky Lynch won, didn't she? Becky Lynch won, didn't she?
Yeah, Lynch wins by submission. Well, way to kill Charlotte Flair's fucking, you know, her dominance as a submission person.
Specialist. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, and like I'm happy to see Becky win it, dude. I want to see Becky get pushed, dude. I like Becky Lynch, so like I'm happy to see her fucking tap out fucking bitch ass Charlotte.
Yeah, and I did say a few months back that it'd be nice if Charlotte Flair had a learning process over the next year, you know, some losses.
Oh yeah, dude. I forgot about that. That's a good point. Good point.
But I mean, you don't have her lose by submission when you're trying to build up her submission as being, you know, it's Ric Flair's figure 4, but it's a figure 8 because she does the bridge and it hurts a lot more, supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly it's supposed to be worse. I don't know, man. Like, I think Charlotte, like, is probably your odds-on favorite to win Money in the Bank. So, I mean, I think she's gonna rebound and she's gonna win it in a couple weeks.
Probably. Oh wow, the big cast interview.
See, this one was actually cool. Oh, what?
They got a D.
Dude, that was actually kind of cool the way they shot that, like kind of going back to like the contract signing. So they shot the contract signing backstage. Well, what they did with the big cast interview, you remember those old platforms that Mean Gene Okerlund would stand on and they would come out for the interviews? And how that kind of gave you that cool depth of perception and shit? Yeah, that's what they did here with Big Cass. I mean, outside the fact that it was Big Cass, it's cool to see them bringing that style of interview back.
Well, apparently, according to what they wrote, Renee Young spoke with Big Cass about his match against Daniel Bryan. Cass dismissed the Beard. I don't know why they're giving them weird fucking nicknames or whatever, but he dismissed the Beard due to his size and called Bryan's WrestleMania 30 victory a fluke. The big man promised to hurt his Money in the Bank opponent.
Dude, fuck Big Cass, dude. Daniel Bryan's gonna tap his ass out.
Well, I don't. If Bryan wins again, then what's the point of the feud?
I know. I know. I'm just saying, I don't like Big Cass, really. You know, I just don't like him.
You don't like him?
No, dude, he's a fucking nerd, man. You ever see him backstage? He's got glasses and shit. He's looking like a fucking dork. His hair's stupid. He looks fucking dumb as shit when he does the fucking hand gesture. It's like, come on, man. I like you, dude. I like him.
When he came out to his match at the last pay-per-view, he wins.
Yeah. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. It's cringeworthy.
He's supposed to be a heel.
It's really bad.
It was bad. Dude, that was even worse than anything that Bobby Trashley and Sami Zayn have put on. And they've put on some pretty fucking stink bomb fucking sick.
Yeah. I know, dude.
One of the memorable moments and quotes from this was Big Cass telling Renee Young, "What is he? An inch taller than you?"
Oh, that's actually a pretty good burn. Short as shit, motherfucker.
He got roasted.
Yeah, that was a mic drop. That was a mic drop right there, man.
And by the way, I probably had better delivery than he did because Big Cass' delivery is fucking dog shit.
Yeah, you sold it, dude, way better.
Enzo did the majority of the fucking promos, by the way, because Cass' mic skills are just dog shit.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of that, like you haven't been able to comment on that yet. We didn't comment on that last week. Give me your thoughts on the Phoenix Rising video.
Oh my God, Phoenix! Oh Jesus! Like for one, who the fuck hired a fucking white DMX and told him, hey, you should go in there and rap to this beat? And for another thing, I couldn't understand half the shit he was saying. And I agreed with Jim Cornette when he laughed and said, is this even in English? Like, was it in English?
Was it in English?
It was just awful. It was awful.
Yeah.
I think it was just fucking horrible.
I kind of liked it.
Oh, by the way, what was that? Consensual penis. Was that really
consensual penis? It totally was.
I mean, that was. You told him that this would be a fire fucking track. And I have a feeling. I know you said that they were commenting ironic that it was great and all this shit. But I have a feeling that quite an alarming amount of those people who commented that it was great were commenting that it was great because rap has gotten to such a sewage fucking level that it's just, they'll accept anything at this point.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Cody. When I say it's great, I mean it's great on a, like, this is really bad type of level of great. I think it's probably the right choice of him to
them out with them sort of thing.
It probably was the wrong choice for him to come out with a diss track relatively close to where they're like, hey, we could still charge you if new evidence comes up. You know, I know he's just trying to clear his name and shit, but it's just like, you know, I've heard other people comment, you know, maybe it was a little too soon. Maybe it was a little too soon.
I have a feeling the song, not the video, but the song was done as soon as this shit came out and he got fired and everything. I think it was done right around the time of Raw 25. Because
you think, yeah, that's possible.
On it so that he ain't get in trouble for his court and shit. And once that got cleared, he immediately went to work on a fucking video that probably cost him quite a few shekels, which
he
doesn't have much of a career anymore. Wouldn't you want to kind of hold on to your money?
One would think so, Cody.
He's apparently the hottest free agent now. Really?
He's gonna show up in the Impact Zone, bro.
Really? Because I bet you if I Google search Enzo Amore, I'm gonna get shit about his oh my god. No. Good fucking God, no. I don't know who or what mandatory is. It's some news thing for media or something. But Enzo Amore releases new music video for Bury Me a G. Good
oh, you released another video already?
Good God, no. People are paying this asshole to do more fucking music. Are you fucking serious? Good God.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, bro. Well, let's wrap this shit up, Cody. I gotta get going.
Yeah, the last segment was the New Day, The Miz, Rusev, and Samoa Joe. The New Day wins, you know, because Samoa Joe apparently can't even win a fucking tag team match. And could someone tell me, please, why the fuck does the New Day, or does the Miz look like he's from some shitty Inuyasha or anime bullshit with the fucking headband thing and the little emblem thing on his headband and like...
He's straight up out of the Fifth Element, bro. I mean, he's channeling his inner Chris Tucker.
The Miz looks like a fucking fool with the black headband
He looks
thing.
like a nerd, dude.
Well, yeah, he looks like he's from some shitty anime. Like, why?
Good question. Good question, man.
At least Samoa Joe had he gave this an A-. Really? Well, at least Samoa Joe got another great line in, even though he's not going to be able to fucking capitalize on any of this because, you know, it's what's best for business. Anyone unfortunate enough to be WWE champion will be a marked man. Yeah, skid marked man, because they're probably going to be dog shit in the fucking ring. And with that, I think we should fucking wrap this up.
Well, I can't top that, bro. I mean, that's quite the analogy on the week, dude. A fucking giant, fucking skin mark on somebody's underwear, bro. So, all right, man. Well, I'm Kevin Porter, and yeah, go ahead and final word. All right, man. Well, this is the Totally Unnecessary Wrestling Podcast, and we will see you next time.
They cry tears of joy at my funeral. Yeah, they cry tears of joy at my funeral. Still I rise from the ashes like a phoenix, middle finger to the sky, gripping my consensual penis.